Well, good day, Miller Family Farm Channel. I am really excited. Today we're going to be working on our brand new purchase of a 2021 Honda Talon 1000X4 Fox Live valve, which is just an outrageous machine. They go for about $24,000 if you can find them. I live in Tampa Bay area, and I searched the Honda website and called every single dealer in Florida, and no one had one in stock. And so no one had one. I started calling Georgia and talked to every dealer up there. They didn't have it. North Carolina, they didn't have it. So 600 miles away, and I could not find a Honda Talon 1000X4 Fox Live. And then finally I found one in Louisiana, 14 hours away. And so I went and drove all that ways and bought it for like $23,800. You'll see a bill of sale right now in the description here, and it is a beautiful machine. The only extra that I ordered from the dealership was the DOT glass windshield, and the only problem with that is that it's not a vented windshield. And as I did my research, everybody said that the engine or the compartment, the driver's compartment, gets a little warm from the engine, and they like vented windshield. So we'll take a look at that, and I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like. But what I wanted was a DOT windshield, just in case I title this in a state that allows license plates to be issued on there so that you could drive on state land. So I'm probably going to do that. So we'll be doing a bunch of different mods on this build over the next several weeks, and we'll tell you all the different mods we're going to do and do videos of those. So there she is, the 2021 Honda Talon 1000X4 live Fox valve. I just want to do a quick walk around. So first, I guess the reason you buy these machines is for that right there. The Fox Live suspension. And this thing, I think that it has a onboard computer that I think they said 16 times per second evaluates where you're riding, whether you're doing whoop-de-doos or climbing rocks or whatever it does. It evaluates the current path that you're on and adjust the shocks and the reservoirs and to soften and to give you stabilization all the time you're riding it. So just brilliant technology, really. So the only thing I got from the Honda dealer is the glass windshield, and that is $690. And the only problem I could say about this is for the money, it doesn't have vented lower windshield. So if it gets hot in the cabin, you have no way of bringing front airflow into the compartment. So we're going to talk about that on a different video. But I would not buy the factory window for $700. I would probably, do something else. And in future video, we're going to put the different windows that we recommend and find the best prices for those. But what an amazing, amazing machine, really. This thing, I already had it out. I could not barely get from the dealership back home. I bought it in Louisiana. I live in Florida. And I went up to my son's property in Arkansas, up against 1 million acres of state land, his property is. And we put 100 miles on this in 2 days. So this isn't quite brand new, but it's only been out for a 2-day ride. And we just washed her up and getting ready for an install of the rear tailgate bed extender so we could put some things in here, because when I was up in Arkansas, I had no tow straps or anything, any cargo whatsoever, because this just isn't big enough. What a beast. And I'm about 6'2", and the top of this rear, because it slopes up, the top of this is right about 6'2". Whoops, sorry about that. Right about 6'2" inches. Just extraordinary machine inside and out. Honda, I have to say, is probably one of the best built ATVs out there. And when we buy machines, we want quality. And this thing is really put together very well. I think the reason most people buy this, other than the Fox suspension, Fox Live suspension, because they have regular Fox suspension, but you want Fox Live. That automatically adjust your suspension as you're driving in it. But The other thing is right there, the dual clutch transmission. My son bought a Pioneer Honda, and he bought, I think, a 700 for his godchild. And he said, listen, these things are so reliable. People buy these because while all your friends are sitting on the side of the trail with their, Can-Ams and Polarises broken down, you're just go driving past them. And I'm not here to say that those machines are not great, because they do make great machines. But they're typically belt-driven, or 99.9% belt-driven. This is a real 6-speed transmission. So when you go in water and all that, where belts tend to really like to burn up, this thing just chugs through it. It is a real transmission and a really high performance, great suspension machine. So probably between the Fox Live and the dual clutch 6-speed transmission, that's the reason to buy these super reliable machines. So there's your slight review, and we're going to get together or get started on installing the bed extender. I hear Ian pulling up now. That's one of our mechanic friends that is going to be installing the bed extender while we videotape.